This is a really cool game, sort of a Metroidvania style kind of game. We are going to be playing on easy mode, and we're just going to jump right in. We're going to start after I input these, so we can go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty. So we roll right out of bed. We are playing 100% here. That means we're grabbing all of a whole bunch of items. We're getting all unique meats, which is all of our health. We're getting all symbols, which are our weapon damage power up, and we are getting all just miscellaneous power-ups. We're getting all suitcases, which are an inventory upgrade, and we're getting all of our friends, which are our friends, but are also limited use activatable power-ups.
Yeah, so we just picked up a friend there, the personal trainer. We're actually not going to be using friends much in this run, but that's fine.
You just saw there one of our many movement options. We do have a jump, double jump. We also have a roll, and out of a roll, we can do a flip jump and a spin jump, which you just saw there. We also have a run, which the developer Ouch added for the speedrunning community. The fastest movement in the game before that was frame perfect rolling, which was a recipe for carpal tunnel. Ouch thankfully added a roll.
Okay, this is important. Yeah, just gonna attack hover right off of there.
And that is our coolest movement option in the game. Most weapons, when we attack with them, they actually give us a little bit of vertical movement, and so if we spam the attack, we can just kind of fly. We're going to be doing that a lot. Some weapons are better for that than others. Some of them we just completely fly all over the place. We're going to be doing that for all sorts of skips.
Yeah, almost every weapon has an attack hover, including just your basic punch. It should be noted that we're playing on easy mode, which allows us to actually deal damage with our punch. Some of the harder difficulties do not do that. Just grabbing a bone here so we can open up this area.
So something that you might notice right away is we do not bother fighting most enemies. We just run through them. We have enough health that we can just tank our way through almost everything. For now.
This fight is actually skippable by attack hovering, but it is better to do the fight because we get a key from this, and keys are routed very efficiently. If we don't get that key, it slows things down a lot later in the run. That's our first symbol. That's gonna improve our weapon attacks. That's actually probably the biggest difference between any percent and 100% is just having those symbols makes us just so much stronger. The bosses in any percent are insanely difficult, but just breeze right by in 100%.
So this is a danger room. We are going to fight our way out of this one, but many of them we're just going to attack hover our way out. And
it is very slightly faster to open both of those doors because of the door opening animation.
And new friend.
Should be noted, the power-up that we picked up back in Bone Town is the Founder's Head, which gives our bones extra durability. You want to talk about the weapon durability?
Yes, so all weapons in this game have durability. You might be familiar with weapon durability for other games. It's really low in this game, which means most of our weapons, after 4 or 5 hits, we just lose them. And this weapon, that's most important for us for this weapon. This is the Holy Sword. It allows us to do that.
Welcome to the Holy Sword.
We can just fly with it. But because we need it, we also need it for the final boss of the game. If we ever hit an enemy with it, we're going to lose durability. We don't want to hit a single enemy with it the entire game so that we don't lose any durability and we're still able to fly while fighting the final boss.
Right, and that's why suitcases are going to be really important. That's the other major difference between 100% and any percent is we're going to be picking up a suitcase here as we come up to the first boss. Suitcases will allow us to carry multiple weapons. In any percent, we are just stuck using the Holy Sword fairly early on. And here's the only friend that we are ever actually going to use in the game. That's Rattlesnake. Yeah, Rattlesnake is going to make the final boss go super fast. But unfortunately, he can only be used once, so we only use him once. And here's the first boss, Tomb Guard.
So we put away the Holy Sword so we don't use any durability on it,
And this looks like fast Tomb Guard. There we go, fast Tomb Guard. Very fast Tomb Guard.
So we've already done one room skip, so I'll just explain how those work. We're not going to do another one right now, but just to get it out of the way. When we attack hover off screen, depending on whether we exit the left side or the right side, it'll put us in either what the game thinks is the next room or the previous room. So we're able to skip large parts of the game that, depending on where we came in and where the game thinks we should be next.
Yeah, so like you'll see here, I'm just gonna fly right out of this room without bothering with any of these enemies. And there we go. There are some ghost cats in this room, but we'll see ghost cats later. You need a special sort of weapon in order to see the ghost cats, but we don't need to bother with them right now, so we'll just leave the ghost cats alone. Coming up to the second boss here, Elder Bat. You want to explain a little bit about what we're doing here? Lore-wise, or you want me to talk about that?
Yeah, remember, I don't actually know anything about this game's lore.
Yeah, the lore in this game is difficult to figure out. Oh, we have the arm bone, actually, which means, there we go. Fast Elder Bat. Arm bone is the most powerful bone. There we go, and we get to befriend Elder Bat now. But yeah, so there was that guy, Iron Mind, who we spoke to in the church, and he tells us, don't get it twisted, it's all about the money. And so we have to go fight him in a boat full of money.
So right now we are in the water level. One thing about this room is that this is probably the only place in the game we actually have to defeat all the enemies, and we're only doing that simply because this is 100%, and we need a suitcase that we can only get if we defeat all the enemies in this room. And by jumping on that guy, we can steal his lance, which gives us a fast fall in the water, which is very useful because water levels are slow if we don't have a lance. Up until about 5 minutes ago, we thought it was fastest to attack down to fast fall. And we just realized about 5 minutes ago in
It
checks.
is about the same.
It's about the same, attacking up and attacking down.
And we steal that sword from a giant crab, but we don't have to fight him. We just need a sword. This sword is the Lamb's Tooth. Oh, uh-oh. Well, I just used the durability on the Holy Sword, so that's a little annoying, but that'll be fine. One durability is okay. If I lose another one, then we're in trouble. So Lamb Tooth also allows fast falling in water, but it also has the unholy damage type. Do you want to explain a little bit about damage types?
So weapons in this game actually have damage types, which is useful because that means enemies are vulnerable to different damage types. Lamb's Tooth is actually an unholy weapon, which is good against living foes like the one we'll meet on the SS Beans here. We are going to fight Let's Eat. and he is vulnerable to unholy damage.
Yeah, all living creatures are vulnerable to unholy damage. There are some enemies that are not considered living for whatever reason.
I mean, besides for obviously the skeletons.
Right, the undead are not living. But Let's Eat over here is living. So he will go down very quickly with the lamb tooth. And he gives us an organism, which is going to open up the next boss door.
Organisms are keys for boss doors.
Picking up Casca's Edge, which is another unholy weapon, even though the next boss is not vulnerable to unholy damage, but Casca's Edge has very high durability and is a decent weapon. So right now we're just going to be running, so this is a perfect time for donations.
Absolutely, I've got you. We have a $100 donation from Maurice. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but they say, finally decided to donate after watching for years. Chloe's games have amazing atmosphere and are very creative, great and sometimes bizarre, time guaranteed. Shout out to Alex for his LPs of her work. That's how I learned about them. Live long and axe the cancer.
Woo.
We can get a couple more.
Absolutely. We have actually, I'm going to jump right to this. We got a $36 donation from Plum and Corvid that says, long live the axe. Had to jump right to that. We have a $10 donation from DiMagico, who says, good morning, everyone. Had a blast on the first day and can't wait for today's runs. Good luck, everyone, and keep on keeping on.
We'll just say we are coming up to the money room over here. So this is an excellent time for donations because we're going to be picking up the power-up Sweet Charity.
So you ready right now for some more Sweet Charity?
Yeah.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to kind of pile this on here. We have a $10 donation from Zora who says, hi, long-time watcher, second-time donator. I don't get to see my name out in the wild very often, so I'm donating towards the Cassette Beast's name incentive as a fellow Zora. And that's right, there's a bid war for the character name in Cassette Beast. Right now, tied for first, Zora.
You can go a couple more.
All right, absolutely. We've got a $15 donation from Mach1 who says, first-time watcher and first-time donating here. Wish I could do more. P.S. Cancer sucks. And yes, it does. And Mach1, your donation and you're just being here. That is enough. Don't ever worry about whether you could or could not do more. Thank you for your very kind donation.
Alrighty.
All right, and we are back on the SS Beans. So we needed to pick up 360 money back there so that we can get everything that's in this shop. This shop contains a couple of keys and a meat and a suitcase, which we need for 100%.
Alrighty. And then
And I'm just running through here, getting a couple more items that we need. And then we're gonna move on to the next boss, Iron Mind, the guy who we met at the beginning and we came down here to fight. Respect or no respect?
respect.
Okay, fine, respect. Iron Mind is a very difficult fight in any percent, but he's gonna go down pretty quickly in 100%. Oh, if he stops jumping around, there we go. Just throwing money, why not? And that's Iron Mind. But now that we're back on the SS Beans after defeating Iron Mind, we have a little surprise. It seems the fish are here.
The fish have taken over the SS Beans, and they are now fishing for people.
Yeah, so Ouch has described in one of her streams, she described the sort of plot of this game, I guess, as being sort of this video game world in which the world has ended. The game is over. And from here on out, it's all these different factions sort of just fighting each other. It's sort of gone through a kind of magical apocalypse, and now there's no more purpose left in the world, so they just fight. Hence, long live the axe. Fun fact, we actually don't use an axe a single time in this run.
Weapons are not unique, so we don't count them for 100%, which means we never even pick one up.
And here's Nameless Fisherman, which we're going to make short work of with the Batwing. Batwing is another unholy weapon, which we need for later. It has a projectile attack that's going to be used to pick up a meat. And this area here has a fun little secret if you ever play on cruel difficulty, which I don't recommend. Don't play on cruel difficulty. Its name is earned. So here we're back in Melontown, where before it was nice and peaceful, and now there's all these guys fighting here. Gonna befriend Ironmind after we just defeated him, or befriend his ghost maybe, I don't even know.
He looked a little translucent there. I would say it's a ghost. So something we didn't mention earlier is that all of our weapons actually have almost all of our weapons have a projectile attack. The only way for us to get through that danger room-esque wall was by defeating the skeleton on the other side, so we had to throw our weapon through.
Hold on, I just realized something. I've accidentally had no pain mode on this whole time. I did not realize that. Okay,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but yeah, that technically invalidates my run.
Alrighty.
Okay, Assassin decided to be mean and not come down, but that's fine. So that's Assassin 1. We'll be fighting him again later. Gonna steal that guy's dagger and run off with it. From here, we've got to do a little bit of inventory management because we have very limited inventory slots.
And this is the room with the ghost cats. Unfortunately, we do have to fight the ghost cats.
Yeah. And there go the ghost cats. Yeah, sorry about that. Get Hermit's Promise there, which is a power-up that unfortunately slows us down some, but we have to pick it up.
So what happens is it allows us to block when we press down, which is also how we initiate rolls and the run. But that means every time we initiate our run, we are slightly pausing. We have to get it for 100% though, so. So this is a little bit of a puzzle room. We gotta get the right color bat to open the door. The first couple are very simple. This one is a little bit of a cheese because technically we only need 2 of these. If the third one would actually get there, we would not be able to open the door, but the door already opens before the third bat gets to it.
And Assassin 2. Please. Hello, Assassin, please. Thank you. And now we're up to Mr. Fist. Welcome back, champ. Mr. Fist is definitely the most difficult fight in any percent. But we're just gonna make short work of him here. That was actually a fairly slow Mr. Fist fight as far as 100% fights go. But yeah, any percent, that fight is miserable.
So you may have noticed we've warped back to the beginning of the game, but now there's a bat to open a door for us to get to the end-ish of the game.
Yeah, this is coming up to the final area of the game here. That store technically sells meat, but those meats infinitely respawn. So for 100%, we only count unique meats. We don't count those. We have probably time for another donation.
Absolutely happy to give you one. We have a $20 donation from EAH Munchkin, who says, first time watching in person, loving this run so much.
Thank you. All right, coming up to the hardest room of the game. This is the spike room.
So earlier we picked up the nail, which is a weapon that has a very short and very fast attack cover, which allows us to control our spacing vertically very precisely, because otherwise we are just going to die in this room.
Yeah, all of these spikes are one-hit kills. We picked up this nail all the way back on the SS Beans, and we need it for this room specifically. And that's all of the meats there, and we made it through safely. That is not consistent at all. That is a very difficult room. So happy I got that on the first try.
So we skip out through the right side, which puts us into the top of the well. Into the left side, which puts us into the top of the well. And then we then immediately jump out, which puts us after the well in the game. That skip was very quick, and I'm not sure if I explained it correctly, but
yeah, that skips about half of the final area, and this is the final boss. This is Big Bait, who unfortunately I did lose durability on the Holy Sword, which means I had to use the nail to finish him off, but that's fine. And we are coming up to the end of the game here. Thank you very much for watching. We've got this nice little poem.
this is, to be honest,
So, chain
the
of
being has been broken, world as was, will not come, no new order, no new chain, the axe remains, the axe remains, goodbye world, long live the axe, 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 long live, crap, I forgot my line, long live the axe, long live the axe, long live the axe, long live the axe.
And time. All right.
Thank you all very much. We did miss a few things when we started. We did intro ourselves.
Yeah, oh, yes, I've been Yuko.
I'm Synthy.
And yeah, shout out to Rarelike, who introduced this game to me in the Obscure Speedruns Club Discord. And huge shout out to Ouch, the dev. All of her games are incredible. All of them right now are pay what you want on itch. So please check out her games. This is her very first game, but all of them are incredible.